The story opens with Earth's last message echoing across galactic channels, a final attempt at diplomacy. Earth's leader, known for his calm strength, is the one who delivers this message. His voice, although steady, has a hidden edge of anger and unwavering courage. He knows what's at stake. The Galactic Empire's forces are approaching Earth's orbit, with their massive warships casting shadows over the skies of nearby colonies. The Empire, one of the most powerful forces in the galaxy, has never viewed Earth as anything more than a primitive, insignificant planet. But humanity has evolved, technologically and strategically. Earth's leaders had hoped that they'd never need to reveal their hidden advancements. They had invested in secret defensive systems, advanced AI, and highly intelligent robotics, all to ensure the safety of their people. Now, with the Empire's warships nearing, it was clear that a final warning was necessary. Earth could no longer remain silent. The leader's voice rang clear over the channels. This is Earth's final message to the Galactic Empire. Leave our space and retreat. This is your first and last chance. Do not test us. The galaxy had long ignored Earth, believing it posed no threat. Humans were seen as backward beings, too small and too weak to ever stand up to the might of the Empire. They didn't know the determination of Earth's people, nor did they understand the resilience humanity possessed. Earth's leader, with that warning, was giving the Empire a single opportunity to avoid conflict. But as his words traveled across space, the reaction from the Galactic Empire was as Earth's leaders feared. They laughed. In the Grand Council room of the Empire's flagship, high-ranking generals and officials watched Earth's message with sneers and amused smiles. To them, it was absurd that this primitive planet would dare to warn them, let alone threaten them. They dismissed the message as a desperate plea from a frightened species on the brink of invasion. The Empire's Supreme Commander smirked and turned to his second-in-command. Are we really supposed to be afraid of them? A species that has barely left its own atmosphere? He scoffed. The Empire's commanders, overconfident and blind to Earth's true strength, decided to teach humanity a lesson. Very well, the Supreme Commander said, waving his hand dismissively. Send the warships forward. Let's end this nonsense. We'll make an example out of Earth. He saw Earth as nothing more than a minor inconvenience, a stepping stone to further control over the galaxy. His orders rang out, and the colossal warships prepared for an all-out assault. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the people had been bracing for this moment. They knew the Galactic Empire would not take their warning seriously, so they had prepared for the worst. In secret underground bases, Earth's scientists, military leaders, and engineers gathered, surrounded by advanced technology that even the Galactic Empire couldn't imagine. Humanity had developed cloaking devices that could render their ships invisible, weapons powered by experimental energy sources, and AI-driven defenses capable of launching coordinated strikes. Earth's soldiers, scientists, and civilians watched the skies with a shared determination. The Empire might have ignored their message, but they were ready to protect their home at any cost. A network of defense systems activated quietly, cloaked satellites aligning in orbit, and robotic AI units powered up, awaiting the commands that would launch them into battle. Earth's leader, watching the incoming fleet on a holographic screen, took a deep breath. He had warned them, and now it was time to show the Empire the true strength of humanity. As the Empire's warships began to approach Earth, the silence was tense. The people of Earth were united, from the brave soldiers ready to fight to the civilians hidden away in bunkers. They all knew this was more than a battle for survival. It was a battle for respect, a stand against tyranny. And they were willing to risk everything to make sure that their message, ignored once, would never be ignored again. The Galactic Empire's leaders remained unaware of the ambush that awaited them. With each passing moment, the overconfident generals on the Empire's flagship inched closer to a trap set by a planet they thought was defenseless. They had no idea what humanity had in store, or how much Earth had prepared for this day. The galaxy was about to witness humanity's wrath, fueled by the Empire's arrogance and Earth's unwavering resolve to protect their people. As Earth's leader whispered to himself, a cold final word to those who had mocked his people, he knew the time for action had come. They were warned. After the Galactic Empire dismissed Earth's final warning, their massive fleet arrived in Earth's orbit, a dark shadow looming over the planet. Countless warships, bristling with weapons and technological advancements, floated silently in space, prepared for the assault they believed would be an easy victory. However, what they did not know was that the silence of Earth was not a sign of weakness, but a prelude to a storm. On the surface, fear gripped the hearts of many. People hurried to high-tech bunkers hidden from sight, where advanced defenses were kept ready for action. These bunkers were not just shelters. They were fortified command centers filled with scientists, engineers, and soldiers. The air buzzed with tension as everyone worked together to prepare for the incoming attack. The atmosphere was electric, charged with a mixture of fear and determination. As the fleet settled into position above, the quiet of Earth was unsettling. From their vantage point, the Empire's commanders surveyed the planet below. They saw the calm, ordinary world with no signs of resistance. "This is too easy," one officer said, a smirk on his face. "Where are their defenses? Are they really as weak as we thought?" They were convinced that the humans posed no threat and believed their own might made them invincible. However, behind closed doors, Earth's hidden preparations were in full swing. As the Empire's warships hovered ominously, advanced AI systems activated silently. Cloaking devices on Earth's defense platforms powered up, making them invisible to the enemy sensors. A network of satellites silently formed a protective shield around the planet, ready to respond to any hostile action. The scientists coordinated the complex systems with precision. Each robot, equipped with advanced weaponry, awaited the order to defend their planet. Soldiers suited up in armor that had been specially designed to withstand powerful alien technology. They were ready to fight not just for their lives, but for the future of humanity. Back on the Empire's flagship, doubt began to creep in among the leaders. They glanced at each other, exchanging nervous looks. The quiet of Earth felt eerie, and they started to wonder, are humans really this weak, or have we overlooked something? They began to question their earlier arrogance. The calm before the storm was unnerving, hinting at a deeper threat. As the Empire prepared to strike, Earth's forces remained vigilant, ready to unleash their hidden power. They had been underestimated, and now they were determined to show the Galactic Empire the true meaning of strength. With every moment that passed, the anticipation built, and the storm was about to break. The first clash between Earth and the Empire loomed on the horizon, promising a battle that would change everything. As the clock ticked down, the fate of humanity hung in the balance, ready to be determined by the strength of their resolve and the technology they had carefully hidden from the Empire. The moment was near, and Earth was poised to prove that they were far from defenseless. As the Galactic Empire's warships began their assault on Earth, confident in their overwhelming power, they were unprepared for the surprise that awaited them. Just as the first missiles were launched, a powerful EMP, electromagnetic pulse, burst forth from hidden bases on Earth. This pulse shot into space, disabling the systems of several enemy ships. Lights flickered, control panels went dark, and confusion spread among the Empire's ranks as their massive warships faltered and shuddered. The moment the Empire's attack began to falter, Earth's hidden warships sprang into action. With their cloaking devices activated, these stealth ships were invisible to enemy sensors. They moved swiftly, darting through space like shadows, ready to launch a counterattack. The people of Earth had spent years preparing for this moment, and now they were finally ready to fight back. From the cloaked positions, Earth's pilots received their orders. They activated their weapon systems and targeted the nearest enemy ships. Each strike was precise and devastating, and the Empire had no idea what was hitting them. "What's happening?" One of the Empire's commanders shouted in disbelief as ship after ship exploded in brilliant flashes of light. The once proud armada was being dismantled piece by piece, and chaos began to unfold. The Empire's leaders were stunned. They had expected an easy victory, yet they found themselves in the midst of a fierce battle against a foe they had underestimated. Reports of destroyed ships flooded in, and the once confident commanders exchanged panicked glances. "We need to regroup," one officer yelled, trying to rally the others as explosions rocked their flagship. In the heat of battle, time seemed to slow for the crew of a small stealth cruiser, the USS Valiant. Its crew had trained tirelessly for this moment, and they were determined to strike fear into the hearts of their oppressors. They spotted the Empire's flagship, a massive ship that had led the assault on Earth. With a shared glance, the crew knew this was their moment to shine. The captain shouted, "Full speed ahead! Target their main reactor!" As the Valiant surged forward, the crew's hearts raced. They activated their weapons, and with one precise shot, they unleashed a powerful blast that struck the flagship's reactor. The impact was monumental. In an instant, the flagship erupted in a fiery explosion, sending debris flying into the void of space. The sight was awe-inspiring, and the crew erupted into cheers, celebrating their unexpected triumph against the mighty Empire. The battle was now in full swing. Earth's forces, once thought to be defenseless, were fighting with incredible bravery and skill. Each successful strike boosted their morale, fueling their determination to protect their home. The Galactic Empire had underestimated humanity, and now they were about to learn a painful lesson. Earth would not go down without a fight. As the chaos of battle raged on, the tides were turning. The Empire's arrogance had blinded them, and now, with each passing moment, humanity was reclaiming its place in the galaxy. Earth was rising, ready to show that they were not the weak, insignificant beings the Empire had thought them to be. The fight had just begun, and Earth's resolve was unbreakable. As the battle raged on in space, the Galactic Empire intensified its assault on Earth. In a bold move, they began to deploy soldiers to the surface, landing in various locations across the planet. As the Empire's warriors emerged from their ships, Earth faced a new challenge: close-quarter combat. The streets that had once been filled with everyday life became battlegrounds as soldiers clashed in fierce hand-to-hand encounters. The air was thick with tension as Empire soldiers advanced, confident in their advanced technology and combat training. But they soon met fierce resistance from Earth's soldiers, who fought with grit and determination. The ground shook with the sounds of weapons clashing and explosions echoing in the distance. Each side pushed forward, desperate to gain control of the territory. Earth's forces were not alone. They activated their hidden advanced AI and robot warriors, unleashing them into the chaos. These machines fought alongside human soldiers, moving with speed and precision. The combination of human bravery and technological power created a formidable front against the Empire's forces. The battles were intense and brutal, with each side suffering losses. But the fight was far from over. In the thick of the action was Bonner, a dedicated and courageous soldier. He had always been a source of inspiration for his comrades, and as the fighting escalated, his leadership shone brightly. Bonner fought fiercely, rallying his fellow soldiers with his unwavering spirit. "We can't let them take our home!" he shouted, charging into the fray. His bravery inspired those around him, boosting their morale in the heat of battle. But as the fight continued, the harsh reality of war became evident. In a critical moment, Bonner found himself face to face with an Empire warrior. The enemy was strong and relentless, and despite Bonner's skills, he was outnumbered. With a quick glance at his comrades, he knew he had to make a choice. In a selfless act of bravery, Bonner launched himself at the enemy, taking the warrior down but sustaining a fatal blow in the process. As he fell to the ground, the battlefield seemed to pause for a moment. His fellow soldiers rushed to his side, and the reality of their loss hit them hard. Bonner's sacrifice became a powerful symbol of courage and determination. Tears filled the eyes of many as they realized the cost of their fight. "For Bonner!" they cried, their voices united in grief and anger. His sacrifice ignited a fire within them, strengthening their resolve to continue the battle. "Bonner's sacrifice will not be in vain," they vowed. Inspired by his bravery, Earth soldiers fought even harder, determined to honor their fallen hero. The emotional weight of loss pushed them forward, reminding them of what they were fighting for: their home, their families, and their future. With renewed strength, they pressed on against the Empire, ready to face whatever came next, fueled by the memory of Bonner's heroism. The battle was far from over, but they were united, stronger than ever in their fight for survival. As the battle reached its peak, Earth's final line of defense was activated. Deep within the planet's core, the most powerful orbital bombardment system came online. This weapon had been hidden from the Galactic Empire, a secret reserve for the moment when humanity would need it most. Now, as the last surviving ships of the Empire hovered above, it was time to unleash humanity's wrath. The weapon, known as the Eagle Eye, was designed to strike with incredible precision. With the press of a button, powerful beams of energy shot from the satellites in orbit, targeting the Empire's remaining ships. Explosions lit up the sky as the beams hit their marks, causing catastrophic damage. One by one, the enemy ships crumbled under the relentless assault, and panic spread among the Empire's ranks. The Empire's admiral watched in horror as his fleet was systematically dismantled. He realized too late that they had underestimated Earth. The once mighty warriors of the Empire, who had thought themselves invincible, were now retreating in disarray. "Sound the retreat!" he shouted, his voice filled with desperation. The remaining ships turned to flee, trying to escape the fury of humanity that had been awakened. But before they could make their escape, Earth responded with a defiant message. "We warned you. You should have listened." The message echoed through the comms, reaching every ship still in the battle. The people of Earth stood together, united in their victory and their fierce determination to protect their home. As the last of the Empire's ships fell from the sky, cheers erupted from Earth's defenders. They had faced impossible odds and emerged victorious. The battles had been fierce and filled with loss, but they had fought for their freedom and their right to exist in the universe. Families hugged, soldiers celebrated, and the sounds of joy filled the air. They were not just surviving, they had triumphed against a powerful foe. The story of humanity's bravery would spread throughout the galaxy. As the survivors of the Empire fled, they carried with them a warning of their own. They would tell tales of the battle they had lost and the lesson they had learned. Underestimating Earth had been their greatest mistake. The people of Earth stood together, looking up at the stars, knowing that their fight was not just for their planet, but for their future. They had shown that they would not back down, that they could stand against even the mightiest of empires. The story would be told for generations, a reminder that humanity's spirit is unbreakable and that they would always rise to defend their home. As they celebrated their freedom, the echoes of their victory would resonate throughout the universe, ensuring that Earth would never be ignored again.